You've come to a place in your life where you feel a lot more comfortable here. You feel a lot more safe to be yourself and kind of think things through. And you don't know if you should defend something anymore. You're getting bored with it. You are getting disappointed by something that you defend. It has caused you a lot of responsibility, like burden here, and pressure with no help. So you went into introspection here because you feel like you can't share your ideas, and when you can, it's like you're censored, or you feel like you can't show your face, or you can't have yourself identified here. So you can only show a few ideas of how you truly feel about things because of fear of backlash, or because you don't feel like people understand your passion. You don't have that position, that elevated position here. But Spirit's saying a lot of those people that you want, or that elevated position within particular spaces, is not going to do you any good anyways. It's just going to keep you in this karmic cycle of Ten of Wands, because these environments, people see your worth here. They know. They wouldn't act so strongly against you and bully you if they didn't see how powerful you were. You bring out ideas, but people take it as an attack, because they're stuck in defending things that don't serve them for whatever reason, safety, stability. You are like considering a different way. So you're taking this time. I feel like you've really kind of accepted this alone time, being in nature, taking off these responsibilities, not feeling guilty about it, not feeling worried about it, knowing that you will find your opportunity to speak your truth in the right place, and any place that's not where you're not treated well is not worth it. It's not because of you, and that you're not worthy. So you're trusting the seasons of this introspection and things being kind of in a void state, in a lull here, because you know that it's just time to re-up your energy. You've been through these cycles before several times. I've seen you have several different versions of yourself here. So right now you're taking care of yourself. Spirit's saying water is really important here to work with, to cleanse off this energy of like mentalities and projections that have been put on you here, of coming out more, like in terms of showing your face and all that, but it's like it hasn't felt comfortable for you because it's not the right place and it's not the right time. So listen to that and don't beat yourself up, because people may tell you that, or people may miss your face and all that, and I feel like it's coming from a good place, but at the same time, you know your situation for safety reasons, emotionally, physically, everything, you know, your message is important, and it's very fresh, so it has to come to a good audience, because if it goes somewhere where it's not appreciated, it'll get ripped to shreds, not because it's not strong, but it'll make you feel more insecure. You're a detail-oriented person, you've thought things through, but someone will come in and kind of nitpick at it. So they don't want you to be in that environment, and they're not nitpicking because there's anything wrong with what you're doing. It's coming from their own projections. That's why they want to keep you in this this place for right now. And I feel like you've accepted, you've been through a lot, and there's going to be a major change here. And the biggest reason why is because you've accepted these seasons of change. You've accepted these environments are not for you. You're rejecting them and walking away. Turn your back on them a lot faster than they can do now, so that might really keep them miffed here. But you're connecting to yourself and your emotions, and you're recognizing your emotions and saying, yeah, that hurt. I feel rejected, or this is not right. I'm not going to minimize my feelings, or, you know, bypass stuff or make excuses for this person anymore. I'm walking away. I'm getting tired. I'm getting demoralized of, you know, defending people, defending ideas that I thought were important, that I thought were right and just, but I'm not getting the respect I need to defend and help and be there for this person. Especially if it feels like there's a lot of chaos and you feel like you're just on the outside, but then yet you're, you know, tasked with all these things, but not treated as if you're involved. We have the dragon spirit. It's about an environment that's hoarding. It's about an environment, the Chinese believed that people turned into dragons, those who brought their riches and buried them with them, turned into dragons here. Hence Dragon Lady. and different other ways people use the word dragon for an insult here. So it's like this environment, and it's like spiritually they kind of creep in and try to take from you. They don't have the things that you think they do, but you have all these candles of protection, spirit, within your intuition here. You could have up to 4 spirit guides here. But go into your spirituality. I see you leaving your environment very soon. And you're you're stocking up on reading here and getting to know things and knowing that your environment is not the be-all, end-all, rising above it energetically, but you physically will get out of this situation sooner than you realize, because you're re-upping on your assertiveness, your anger about the situation, about the helplessness that you feel, and it's like you're coming into your stag energy where you're grounded in what you want, you're realistic, you're not going to let anyone tell you that what you want isn't something that you deserve or that you shouldn't have here. You're going to be very, very wise and discerning about going about this, because you know that there's people watching you, preying upon you, or wanting what you have. So you are going to really be stealthy, but also very determined, like the stag here. And with a pinch of good luck, I'm seeing things working out of this karmic cycle here, abundance flowing, and companionship, and mentorship, and just creation happening because of this, as well as coming from this to this, going to this, and coming in that high elevated position, you know. But instead of like looking down at people and preying upon them, you know, you kind of have your eyes straight forward, where you're, you know, you're just leading by example. You might not be directly mentoring anyone, but I do also see that you are making, giving space to those who are struggling or those who are younger here, as well as for your younger self. I see that you have put in lots of inner child work here, inner divine feminine energy too, and just really accepting you when other people haven't, and going into history, going into the divine feminine here, and just, you know, being playful, but also like you are who you are. Like you can't be compared to anyone else really. Foxes, their own species. They're related to like dogs and wolves here, but at the end of the day, they are who they are. You know what I mean? You're going to be similar to people in a lot of ways, but you still are yourself here. And that's beautiful. We have the heron. So it's like you're going to get elevation just because of who you are here. And you already do have a lot of this elevation and wisdom, more than you think, through your intuition, which is more than a lot of people can say. They doubt themselves here. You being in isolation, writing down, automatic writing or journaling here has really helped you cut through the chaos and deception of people here, and people blocking you and trying to intimidate you. Because that's all they can do, try to intimidate you, bully you, but you're stealthy. You're realizing, it's like they're trying to back you into a corner and like have you react, but you're moving away from that corner. You're stealthy, you're fast here, you have the passion. The person who wins the fight is the one who has the most fight in them. You're a warrior. You're a born warrior. Your ancestors are warriors here. These people have a lot to worry about here. You know, they just want to come in and steal all the time. They don't have anything of their own, and then they squander it like water. But you're definitely really just surrounded by people who look up to you and see you as someone that they hope to be. They see you as light and as stability. Even when you're not always stable, you have something that you can come to. You make that home and stability. They want that for themselves too. And these aren't the people that steal from you, by the way. So ciao.